If you want 2026 to be the year you actually get on top of your money, not just talk about it, then this video is for you. Happy New Year, guys, and welcome back to Get On Top with Dahlia. I am sitting here in my new house, so if you've been to my channel before, you might have recognized the change in environment. I currently have no furniture, so this is the most interesting corner of the house that I could find to film. Anyway, welcome to 2026, and today we are going to do a complete money reset for the year. This is my first long form video of the year and we are starting strong. If your finances feel messy, you don't really know where your money went last year, or if you just want a fresh start and a clear plan, today I'm walking you through 7 wealth habits to reset your finances this January. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your money is going, what you need to fix fast, how to automate your finances, and how to make this year actually different. Hi, I'm Dahlia. I worked in the City of London for 7 years in sales and asset management before quitting to start my own business. Now I'm sharing the money, finance, and investing tips that I've learned along the way to help you get on top of your finances. Let's go. So let's get into your 2026 money reset. Number 1, take a financial snapshot. This is the very first thing you need to do to have complete clarity on where your finances are. Before budgeting, before saving, before investing, you need a financial snapshot of the last year. I want you to put aside 1 hour this week to invest in yourself, doing what I'm about to tell you, because when it comes to your money, you cannot smash those goals that I know that you have without knowing where you're starting from. And because you're worth it. Here's what you need to do. Download 12 months of bank statements and 12 months of credit card statements. Now put everything into categories starting with your essentials, your rental mortgage, bills, food, travel, transport, or car expenses, and then take a look at your extras like eating out, shopping, clothes, fitness, travel, subscriptions, and how much you're saving and investing. Look, if you are really time poor and doing this categorization is overwhelming to you, you can just stick your statements into an AI and get it to analyze them for you. Once you've done this, here's the key question. Do your spending habits align with the person that you want to be this year? The next thing you want to do is take a look at the 3 most important numbers: your total income, your total spending, and then the difference between these two. Did you come out positive at the end of the year? Did you save less or did you add more debt? This number is the key data point that you want to use to plan for this year, because now you know whether your habits have been adding to your wealth or taking away from it. Now that you've got these figures, you're ready for step 2, which is auditing your spending. Now that you can see your money, it's time to clean it up. First thing that we're going to look at is your subscriptions. Netflix, Amazon, apps, gym memberships, random software or subs that you forgot about. You need to ask yourself, do I actually use this? And would I sign up for this again today? Now I want you to cancel or pause anything that isn't essential to your life right now. The next thing that we're going to do is look at your recurring bills. So your mobile phone, broadband, insurance, utilities. I want you to go onto a comparison site. There are so many. In the UK, there's confused.com, Money Supermarket, YouSwitch. Choices are endless. And I want you to switch providers to the best deal that you can get in every single category. Now, you might only save a couple of pounds here or there, but when I did this, I started saving over £100 a month. And if you think about your financial goals for the end of the year, that's going to bring you £1,200 closer to them. This is one of the fastest wins that you can get in January. The third thing we're going to do is build an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund, you may ask? An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of your complete monthly expenses put away in a savings account in case of emergency. You want to have 3 to 6 months of your living expenses in an easy access account, not invested and not locked away. The reason that you want this in savings and not invested is because if the value of your investments was to go down, such as, for example, the stock market crashed, then you want to make sure that you are never in a position where you have to sell your investments at a loss because you need the money. This emergency fund is your safety net in case of job loss, illness, or who knows, another pandemic. Life happens. If you don't have one yet, this should be your number 1 financial goal before you start investing. Emergency fund first, always. The fourth thing that you're going to do in your January money reset is claim all the free money and tax savings that are just sitting on the table. Free money, you say? How is that? First thing that you're going to do is look at your workplace pension. If your employer matches contributions and you're not maxing it, that's free money that you are leaving on the table. According to the UK government website, around 1 in 5 UK employees, that's 20% of the population who are employed, are not enrolled in their workplace pension scheme. If your employer has a scheme where they match pension contributions and you are not enrolled, do that today. Even if you just pay the minimum amount, that can end up to tens of thousands of free money over time. If you're self-employed or run a limited company like me, did you know that you can contribute up to £60,000 a year into a SIP? That's a self-invested personal pension. The best thing about this too is that you can claim it back as a business expense and reduce your corporate tax bill. I personally set this up for myself last year through a company called Interactive Investor, who have a huge range of funds, and I only pay $5.99 a month to use the platform. The second category of free money that so many people in the UK don't capitalize on are ISAs. If you don't have one or don't know where to start, see my video here about getting started, where I also demystify a lot of the terminology and share the apps that I use to make investing as easy as possible. In the UK, you can put up to £20,000 per year into ISAs. Any growth that you have on your investments is completely tax-free. So you want to max this out before you put your money into regular savings and investments so that all of the profit that you make is yours to keep without tax. Now remember that ISA allowance finishes on the 5th of April every year and does not roll over. So make sure that you've put as much as possible into your ISA before the 5th of April. The fifth step in our January money reset is to set clear financial goals. This is actually the fun part. I want you to ask yourself, where do I want to be by the end of this year? And I need you to get specific. Do you want to save for a house, and how much do you need for that deposit? So £15,000, for example, for a house deposit. Do you have debts and you want to clear them before the end of the year? Maybe you have £5,000 worth of debt. Maybe you want to invest £20,000 before the end of the year. Or maybe you just need to create your emergency fund and have £12,000 in that. You need to put a number on it because you can't achieve something if you don't know what it is. So make that number real. Now I want you to reverse engineer it. For example, that means if you need £12,000 by December, then your savings goal is £1,000 a month. Setting a savings goal is a really great way to focus yourself and also get on top of your daily spending and money habits. The sixth thing that you're going to do to get on top of your finances this year is to automate everything. This is how you're actually going to stick to your plan. Automation saves you so much time and boring admin, and it also removes the need for willpower, which is one of the biggest things that stands in our way. These are some personal examples of how I've automated my finances that you can copy. So, for example, my limited company will pay my salary on the 1st of every month, direct debit into my account. I invest into my ISA weekly via direct debit in an ISA app. Third one is that my limited company contributes a set amount to my pension every single month on the 1st of the month. And fourthly, all of my bills come out on the 1st of each month by direct debit. Because I'm a freelancer and my income fluctuates, having these systems in place gives me so much peace of mind. Everything important is paid first, and then I know exactly what I have left to spend. Automating is so important because if it's not automated, it's optional. You may end up spending money that you meant to put towards your savings or investments. If you make it come out of your account first before you even get a chance to touch it, then that is going to make sure that you hit those financial goals. Step number 7 to getting on top of your finances this year is to increase your income. Here is the truth. You can only cut spending so far, but increasing your income even slightly changes everything. So if you're in a job, the first thing that you want to do is look at renegotiating your salary. Keep a log of all the achievements that you've made in your job over time and go into that meeting for your salary negotiation with a clear picture of what it is that you want to ask for and what value that you bring to the table. Some other ways to increase your income are freelancing or consulting on the side, selling unused items that are hanging around your space and causing clutter, starting that side hustle that you've always wanted to, upskilling for a higher paying role at your job, or if you work for yourself, investing in a course that will enable you to charge higher fees. So there you have it, the Get on Top with Dahlia guide with the 7 steps that you are going to take to reset your finances this January and smash all your finance goals this year. Now, these may seem like a lot of things, but if you do just half of what we've covered today, your finances by the end of this year will look completely different. Start with clarity, build systems and habits, and think in the long term. Thank you for watching my first video of the year. If you want new videos on personal finance every single week so you can be smart with your money, get on top with your finances, then please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me to create free content like this. And please comment below what new videos you'd like to see from me for 2026. Ciao for now.